Okay, I'm back. This is the repair of the keyboard part 2. As you can see, it's the OMNIKEY ULTRA and it's full of dirt. So let's get started. I've already taken the top off. Look at that, it's filthy. And it's filthy under here too. And if you watch the last part, I actually broke the F5 switch here. So I went online and I ordered a few replacement switches. So I'm gonna, I don't know if that's focusing, so I'm gonna desolder it and go from there. Let's get started. So I just need to take off these screws, I think. Wait, first let me disconnect this molest connector. So I have some rather fond memories of my dad using this keyboard when I was little. I would actually watch or sit on his lap and watch him play DOS games with this. Most notably Duke Nukem 3D, and I watched him play Duke Nukem 3D, and it's my first instance of seeing titties, I guess. And I don't know, I guess that's why I want to fix it up. Who knows? Holy shit. Look at all this dirt. That is disgusting. Hold on, you gotta see this. Okay, so let's set this aside and flip this over. I don't know, should I clean the dirt off? I'll just do that after I'm done. Okay, these screws are soldered in place. I don't know if that'll matter much. Let me just see if there's any. Well, I can't be bothered cleaning up underneath this piece of sheet metal. And see, there's like stuff between that. I can't be bothered cleaning that up. Whatever. Maybe I can just. Yeah, that's disgusting. Whatever. I'll just leave it be. Maybe I can get a sonic cleaner. But to take those off, they like put solder onto the screw heads, so I can't take the back plate off, or I can't take this this thing off very easily. Also, it's held in by one-way snaps on these switches too, so that's out of the question. So let's just take out this F5 switch and replace it. Just be real careful. Okay, so it's this one right here. Got my solder wick. I got my soldering iron. I preheated it. Just triple check to see which one. One, two. Okay, it's this one. Whatever. Okay, I'm back. Just gonna pop the replacement switch into the back of this, like so. Click. Is that long enough? Yes, it's long enough. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna solder the right side in first. Yep. I think that made a connection. It's a little more solder than I'd like, but can't complain. Just gonna bend this straight. This is really ghetto. That looks horrible, but I hope it works. Got it. Got my multimeter here. Have it set to ohms. Let's see if it actually reads. Trying to compress the horrible. .3 ohms, it made a connection. So I fixed the switch. What to do now? I'm gonna get my laptop and see if this thing all works. Okay, I just wanted to give you a close-up of this crazy solder job I did here, because I ripped off the copper pad on the circuit board. I had to run a lead directly to the, well, you can see right there, and just shortly I'm going to hook it up to the computer and see if it all works. So let's do this. So one of the things I made note of in my previous video was the crazy set of adapters I used to get this to talk to a modern computer. Let me just show you what exactly I did here. So this is my mess of cables, and I have what's essentially a male-to-male PS2 connector, but I actually fashioned it out of these passive PS2 to USB adapters, and then I had this male-to-male USB, and then I plugged that into a second PS2 adapter, and then that went into an active PS2 to USB adapter. So it's kind of funny how I jostled that around and it just works surprisingly. But let me plug in this keyboard now that I've done the repairs to it to see if the whole thing still works. Now I haven't actually tested this yet, so let's see if it does it. Okay, so I got my laptop set up here. Let's just plug it in and see if it all works. I haven't tested it yet. This is just after my really horrible solder job. So let's plug it in and see if it works. I got that plugged in there. I don't know if it's showing up on the focus, but it's just plugged into the back of the computer. And now I'm gonna plug this through this crazy set of adapters into here, and oh, I got the power light. Well, that's numlock. That's pretty cool. That works. So these seem to work. I need to test every key, but I don't know how to do that. But here's the key that didn't work, and I'm pressing it. It seems to bring up a tilde in a terminal. I think that's what F5 is supposed to do. So that works. And I believe everything else works. If it does, I'll tell you, but I'm going to test it all off camera. So that's cool. It all works. So everything appears to be in working order. I'm going to clean it up now. I wanted to show you that too. So let's take this off one last time. And geez, I'm just going to shake this dirt off into the trash can and then come back. That is disgusting. I shouldn't be touching this with my hands. This is disgusting. It's not even showing up on camera. Yeah. So there, I got most of the dirt out. Now we'll go back to, yeah. Okay, let's just set the main board aside here. I don't know where. You know, I forgot to get my alcohol. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is the stuff I'm going to be using to clean it. 190 proof Everclear. For 95% alcohol. So let's get started. Just start with the bottom sheet metal tray. These are just ordinary paper towels. They aren't anti-static paper towels or anything crazy like that. Don't know if I should get some of those. Well, that's not good. The rubber feet on these are completely dried up. Well, I'm gonna need to replace the adhesive on this, so I'll do that later and off camera, but for now I'll just press them into place and pretend like they're good. There's also like, geez, there's also like a lot of crap under them, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. The back is relatively clean for some reason. I'm not going to touch it. So there, that's that. Okay, I'm not going to bother cleaning the back of this board because, well, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it besides my terrible solder job here, but it's another story, so I'm just going to leave it be. The terroristic mess is really right here. So I'm gonna bolt this in and then walk you through me cleaning all of this. Just moving it into frame. Yeah, another game. my dad, who used this keyboard, really, he's a mechanical engineer, and he used this thing for 15 years probably with CAD key, and he had all kinds of macros programmed into it. He was really sad when he upgraded his computer and he couldn't get it to talk. He couldn't get this keyboard to talk to it anymore. Well, long story short, it just ended up sitting in his shop for 10 years until I picked it up, and I used my really crazy meme magic on it, and it just plugged it in and it just worked. Well, he's since moved on from it, so he said I can keep it. So that's the story behind it. And I would actually sit on his lap. I actually went over this previously, but I could watch him do CAD key, and it was really crazy. He'd like mash these buttons over here, and then like magic stuff would show up on the screen or something. And it was really fun to watch. But okay, it's all bolted in now, so let's get started cleaning. Got a bag of Q-tips here. I'm not going to use compressed air, at least for this section, because I don't want to blow any more dirt into the switches than what's already there. So I'm just going to try and, rub it. This is disgusting. Yeah, I'm just going to try and brush it all out from between the keys, and then knock it into this trash can off camera. So, yeah. Ideally, I just put this whole thing into a sonic cleaner, but the one I have is broken, so I'm just stuck doing it all by hand. This is disgusting. It's like caked on. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Can that even come off? What even is that? That shit. I don't even know what this is. You know what? I will use it. Will use compressed air. I don't know how this is going to handle it though. Holy shit. Shit, you know what this is? This is Freon. I should not be in the room when I use this. Yeah, this is terrible. I should not be. Jeez, I don't know. This doesn't feel right. It cut the film. So I'm going to take care of this circuit board later, so for now I'm going to move on to the top, this thing right now. Come on. Gotta attach that molest connector. So I'm going to clean this part now. Actually, I'm going to set this aside. Holy shit, all that dirt it just fell off of it. Sweep that into the trash can right here. This is disgusting. It's like some kind of oily mess and it's smearing on the table. There. Yeah. That's enough of that. So here's the panel. This covers up the dip switches on the circuit board. So, well, let's clean this thing. Jesus Christ, this is disgusting. Sorry, I don't have much to talk about. Looking pretty good. Not really. I don't know what the best way to clean this is, but of course the best way would be to use a sonic cleaner, but whatever. Wow, that is shiny. next. Suppose I should be using alcohol for this. Let's focus. That's crazy, dude. Crazy. Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be pristine, but, huh. Got that top part done pretty well. Time to move on to the next section, or the next area, I guess. This dirt is really stuck on there. Maybe alcohol isn't the best thing to use for cleaning this. think I got all the corners and things like that, but some of this stuff is just so stuck on. I don't know how to take it all off. Yeah, I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. At least I got all the switches working. See ya. See you in part 3, I guess.